So I have been told by many of y'all on Twitter, in the comment section, also in my Discord, to make this video. Actually, for over 5 months now, when Fortnite OG first released. I did want to make it earlier, but I just wanted to wait for a little while to see if anything was fixed in the game mode, just in case it was a minor fluke. Now we know that it just wasn't a minor fluke at all. There are so many problems still with Fortnite OG. There's so much that isn't back in the game mode that people want. And coming up, we have some insane theories, both from Twitter, Discord, and also YouTube comments, to answer the real question: is Fortnite purposefully destroying OG? Now listen, before this video starts, make sure to use code TRICKYS, TRICKYS, because we are doing a $50 giveaway in the hashtag creator code section in the Discord for the upcoming live event on July 26th, the Rocket event. I cannot wait. So if you want to enter, make sure to go post in hashtag creator code in my Discord. Now, this is the biggest question. If Epic is destroying OG, how would they be doing it? And why would they be doing it? Because you would think that this mode, since it was so successful in 2023, that they would try and capitalize to the absolute most to make as much money on this mode. Now, the first one that I want to go over is that Epic Games, since they got partially bought out by Disney, they could have been told by Disney not to focus much on OG and focus more on expanding their game. Now, this is a very good theory that I thought of myself, because Disney is a very large company, and with them buying out such a big stake and having so much control in not just movies and cartoons, but now also video games, it definitely makes a lot of sense that they could have completely shifted the vision of Epic Games with Fortnite and also their development process with the game. Now, why would that be? Well, listen, creative modes, if you don't know, hold almost 15 to 20% of all of Fortnite's player base, with the top maps being made by sole creators, which is just absolutely insane. Like 1v1 with every gun has almost 20,000 players online right now as I'm recording this video. And by them just expanding and creating a better engine and model for UEFN, it makes it so that they don't have to pay out development teams for the main Battle Royale game mode, which we're going to get into the next theory and kind of lead on to the buyout theory, which is that they don't want it to take over main Battle Royale. Now, I waited to add this one just for a little bit because I have my own theory to this tying to the buyout theory. Listen, every game is going to die out at some point, and same with every single category. I don't mean die out fully. Obviously, Fortnite isn't going to die out, but the main Battle Royale game mode very well could. Listen, we've had Battle Royale for, oh my gosh, almost 10 years now, not just with Fortnite, but also H1Z1, PUBG, and many other Battle Royale games as well that Fortnite and Epic Games was inspired by. Now, obviously, if a game mode is going to die out, and if someone like Disney just bought out Fortnite and they don't want to die out with it, they might want to build something else, such as creative, and expand from there so that they don't die out with Battle Royale. I guarantee you, Fortnite is probably very ecstatic and still very ecstatic that they are the #1 Battle Royale game, but if Battle Royale dies, their company dies. So they don't want to do that. I understand the Battle Royale still makes them a ton of money, but I feel like that they could just be planning ahead. It's a very good theory, and we'll know in the near future if this one is true or not. Second up, Epic might just not have a dedicated team to it, or they just don't look at social media. Now, Epic Games definitely has so many old files, and most definitely use some from 2023 and put them into the OG game mode. So since if they don't have a dedicated team and they don't really need to do much because it's older, they could just let out the update, do 3 skins total for the battle pass, do a couple other things, and then just completely push it to the side, which you can't really be mad at that. But at the same time, when there's still issues that need to be fixed, and there's also many people that want different changes, then it's just not good for the game mode, and most people think that they just shouldn't have brought it back if they were going to do that. Now, I have expressed this multiple times before, but the team that is developing Fortnite Battle Royale and the team that is developing Fortnite OG, they must, obviously they're the same team, but more than likely they did not work for Epic Games or even play Fortnite back in 2017 maybe up until even 2022, 2023, when Epic Games was expanding more and going more into the metaverse. So they very well could just not have much knowledge about OG or not understand much of the nostalgia to keep players retained. I've said this before, retention is one of the biggest things in a video game. And if Epic Games is not able to do that with OG, then they're just going to push that to the side and work on many other things. Because gaming 7 years ago is much different than it is now, mostly because of short form content and lower attention spans, which we can see with TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they just don't want to go more into the long battle royale games where, you know, you run around for 5-10 minutes, only get 1 or 2 kills, and you're really just farming the entire time. I think that's mainly why they released Blitz too, because it's easy. You can pick up your phone, play a game for 5 minutes, hop off, maybe play a little bit later, but it just gives people options with modes like that. And a lot of people just aren't going to pick OG, especially if they didn't even play back in 2017, 2018. Now, third, and not the final one, but definitely one that does make a lot of sense, and it ties back to the dedicated team. They just don't care enough or make enough money off the mode. They might have tried and been like, okay, we're just going to put this in permanently. If it does well, we're going to dedicate a team. We're going to do this. But they just make so much money off their other modes. It just doesn't make sense for them to keep dedicating so much time on their mode. Now, what should they change? Things I mentioned previously. Allowing creators to take over Fortnite OG. Someone like me, someone like Cypher PK. People that have creative minds that also understand the nostalgia and what was there before. Obviously, Cypher PK wouldn't sit there and do the map. Obviously not. But he could bring up some ideas, maybe hire a team to do it. But it definitely would be so much better for the OG mode, especially if they were moving on to Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, or if they were just redoing it. And also, maybe even expanding the storyline. It's tough too, because Fortnite OG being a mode is just, it's a little bit odd. So many people wanted it to be on like a totally separate tab, bring back the iconic visuals, bring back the iconic graphics, but it's just really tough for Epic Games to do that, since they want to transfer over these players from OG into Chapter 6, because they could also be destroying OG, because many people think that Epic Games is holding back OG because it could outperform the main battle royale, like we said earlier. But also they want to show that the main battle royale is so much better. There's a lot more content. They're collaborating with Disney, Marvel, all of these different movies, TVs, even other games that they want to shed light on the main game mode. Now listen, if I miss anything or if you have any other better theories, make sure to post them in my Discord or also comment down below. Remember, we're running that $50 V-Buck giveaway, so make sure you join the Discord and send a picture of you using my code and hashtag creator code. If I miss anything, guys, comment down below. And it's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.